Greetings and salutations, fellow Homo sapiens. Will finally here with an instance. It's been a long time. I think it's been about 5 or 6 days. A lot of things have happened in the said 5 days. The number one important thing is we were actually mentioned in a brief blue post, which was freaking amazing. I'll put a link down to it below. Oh, it's not necessarily a blue post per se. It was a community news type thing, and at the bottom was like a list of random questions that linked to forums answering them, and one of them was like, hey, if you're a new player, you should check out these great PuG guides, and it was us, which was just amazing. I don't know what Johnny did, I don't know who he got friends with, but wow, that was just wow. The second thing is, fingers crossed, you should actually be able to watch this video in HD, because I've isolated the problem, which was causing my videos to come out really low quality, and that problem was my own ineptitude. I really suck at, well, I'm good at editing, I just suck at uploading and sorting out any kind of like high definition thing, and fingers crossed I managed to upload this in full 720 HD. If not, let me know in as many angry words as you possibly can. So either way, let's just get on with creating content. You can see I got Ragefire Chasm, which is bizarre considering I'm level 20, but hey, this is where we are. It's ridiculously easy. I think I spent the majority of this instance actually DPSing, so there's no real point in talking about healing. So instead, what I'm going to talk about is our plan for this channel. For the most part, it is going to be me and Johnny. Now, it is a collab, but it is just going to be us two. We've had a lot of interest from people wanting to join the channel and do various other jobs, e.g. DPS, other classes, stuff like that, which is fantastic. Thank you so much for taking an interest in this channel. You know, we're still really small, and we've just got about 7 or 8 videos out, but because of those brief blue posts, we've got a lot of interest and views, which is fantastic. But for the most part, we're just going to concentrate on getting content out, and once Johnny's finished his exams, he'll be getting a lot more content out, and then we'll start thinking about what other things we can do. But at the moment, just thank you for taking interest, and I hope you just enjoy the content. Now, in this little instance, we have a Blood Elf Arcane Mage, a Trottle Feral Druid Tank, a Tauren Elemental Shaman, and a Goblin Rogue, who I didn't check the spec of because really, who cares about rogues? Nobody cares about rogues. Anyway, Troll Druids, gotta love them. Just look at that bear. Just look how awesome that bear is. You can't get a better looking druid than a troll. This was ridiculously easy to heal. Spent a lot of time DPSing, apart from this bit here where, because the druid was a little bit undergeared, he actually took damage from this bot guy and would have died if I weren't healing him, which is nice. Very nice. It's always good to have a minor bit of danger in an instance, even if it is slightly contrived, and even if it is such a low level instance. I mean, you think Ragefire Chasm, you think, my god, that is such a boring place, but that one boss back there actually was hitting the tank fair hard, you know, and would have died if nobody was casting heals. It just solidifies the holy trinity that is this game, you know, tank, healer, DPS. You need these 3 things, because if the mob was hitting me, I would have died flat out. If the mob was hitting the DPS, they would have died. It has to hit the tank, but I have to cast heals, and the DPS has to do his damage. It's how the group works. I mean, as a new player, you need to be taught this, because there's no way you're gonna, you know, understand the rest of the game if you can't grasp this simple, tiny rule. Now, when it comes to socializing with people in your group, there's a few minor rules you need to follow. The first one being the most obvious: try and be polite. Talk to people how you would like to be spoken to. There's actual people behind the characters you're speaking to, and with actual egos, actual fragile egos. Say if you get spoken to and somebody says you're doing something wrong, before you automatically jump in and go, rah rah rah, I'm not doing this wrong, just take a look. You know, are you gemmed for strength when you're a rogue? Are you gemmed for spirit when you're a mage? Just have a look. Are you doing it right? And if you are, turn around and say, look, in my honest opinion, I'm playing it properly. You know, thanks for the advice, but no worries. Now, you could also flip that on its head. Say if you notice someone else is doing something stupid, like a mage is arcane but spamming firebolt, and you actually want to improve this, you just turn to them and say, look, I don't know if you noticed, but you're doing this slightly wrong. Now chances are they may actually have a go at you, but hey, at least you tried. But a lot of the time, they'll probably say, oh, alright, thanks for your advice, man, I'll look into it. Just, you'd be very, very surprised, that's all. Not everybody is a complete and utter tool. I mean, looking over my past experiences in PuGs, all the bad experiences I've had are completely and utterly dwarfed by all the good experiences. It's just the bad experiences stick in your head and you remember them more. For instance, let's conduct a little experiment. I'm going to open the floor here. In the comments below, I want you all to explain your worst ever PuG experience. This could be from somebody completely having a go at you, this could be from being kicked for no good reason, just the worst thing that's ever happened to you in any PuG group. And I'll bet it ain't actually that bad, and you got over it pretty soon. Because at the end of the day, the people running these groups are just the same as you, just people trying to get through the instance, trying to get their valor at the end, trying to level up, and they just want to get through it just the same. You may get the odd one bad apple, but the majority of people are just like you. Now, back on topic of this instance, we have here what for some reason is considered the end boss, because as soon as you kill it you get the achievement for doing Ragefire Chasm. However, there are far more other bosses, and there's also a quest to kill those other bosses. I really don't know why this is considered the end boss, but hey, it is. He does like an AoE type attack that hits everybody. He hits the tank for a little bit. To be honest, it's nothing really. The bear dings, some behind me dings, lots and lots of dings. It was like a cloak drop that's of no use to me. And I get my quest item. I think the reward for the quest at the end of here is a robe, and unfortunately I've got better because this is just low level, and I'm just doing it because I've never done it before. Now, all the inquisitive members of the audience will have noticed that I actually have a different staff than last time you saw me. Now, given that I've recorded pretty much every instance I've done, where's that staff come from? Now, when I dinged level 20, I went and got some new spells and got my mount and stuff, and I found a instance quest, and I was like, real dudes, I can do this in my next run. Problem was, it was for Shadowfang Keep. Now, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty certain I've just done Shadowfang Keep, and I wasn't in the mood of recording it again and uploading it. Because, well, why would you want to see the same instance twice? That would just be dull. So what I did is I went and did it, just off screen, but then I thought to myself, that means I'm leveling while not being filmed, which I don't like that. So I did something crazy and capped my XP, so I didn't gain any XP while I was there. I even took my tabard off so I didn't gain any rep while I was in there, so I was there just for the quest. Now, some people might call me crazy, saying, what are you doing that for? That's just stupid, nobody cares. I care. I have a slight bit of OCD when it comes to stuff like this. It's very minor, but I do have it. But hey, that's just me. Now, I had a look at my priest trainer, and it's dawned on me that I don't actually get another like heal up until something stupid like level 32. So these heals that I have right now need to last me. I need to get used to them, because from what I can gather, they're the basic ones: shield, renew, flash heal, normal heal. They're the ones that you'll be using the majority of the time, I assume. I've still not got around sorting out talents, which is dumb, really dumb. I will do that in my next video. It's just dawned on me now that I still haven't done that. My apologies. But you don't get that many talents anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant. So as long as you spect, it doesn't matter really where you put the talents. I've also got a good idea for another short 5-minute video, which I might make next, on how to make a small chunk of gold to help you while leveling. Because one of the things I've seen new players complain about is how expensive things are in the auction house, and just how dwarfed you feel on not being able to afford anything. I mean, you could also say that you can just quest and get all the stuff you need and then sort out anything you need with money when you actually level up, but it just doesn't feel right that you cannot afford anything until you end level, which is just dumb. So I'm going to make a video on how to make a nice chunk of gold that should tie you over. This idea will work as long as you're level 20, and it'll get you about 100-200 gold, which will be nice. We're coming up to now what is for us considered the end boss, even though the end boss was earlier. Honestly, Ragefire Chasm is possibly the most boring instance in the entire game. It is a cave full of stuff which is boring.
I would just recommend doing it once and only if you get it on the random. Do not worry about coming here. It is dull, it is boring, it needs changing or removing. I was considerably bored doing this entire instance, and I only apologise deeply for having thrown it upon you and forcing you to go through it. So hopefully my next couple of instances should be much better. So we finally kill generic demon boss 692. He drops a sword. I think it's a dagger, it's an axe, I don't care, it's useless to me. I want to get out of this hellhole. Go out of the instance, come back in, hand in the old quest runes, get a nice chunk of XP. So yeah, it's only worth doing just for the quest, because regardless of its dullness, you still get a decent amount of XP from the quest. It gives a raw reward, but like I said, absolutely no use to me. And I ding level 21, and I get a new talent point that I can ignore because I'm dumb, apparently. So yeah, let's get out of this hellhole and check what's in the old bag. Because weirdly enough, I got this on the random, considering I was such a high level. I was very surprised. So yeah, let's have a look in the old bag-a-rooney. Dum da dum 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 dum. A belt that's slightly better. It's the same eye level, pretty much same stats, but it's ever so slightly better. So an upgrade is an upgrade. And with that, I shall see you next time. Arrivederci.